Wow, it is a Girl Power Tuesday indeed. When we think of national milestones, we often picture athletes or artists or leaders, but today, she's a leader too, right? Celebrating a trailblazer of a different kind. Joining me now, Shari Bowen Robinson. She's Jamaica's first and only certified nautical cartographer. Welcome to you, Shari, and congratulations.
All right, thanks for having me.
People hear me say that a while ago, they don't know what I said. You're a certified cartographer. Nautical cartographer.
Right.
Which means you do what, please?
I make maps of the sea, actually.
You make maps of the sea?
Right. People hear cartography and always stop, like, what is that? But what a cartographer is, they're map makers. We use technology and we will we'll take that information, put it in a map so that it's easy for people to understand. It's an art in
Usually
itself.
we think about maps when we think about land.
Right, we do. But the sea itself has land underneath it and it has to be mapped. It helps to guide people through our waterways and it's very important, actually.
So you studied urban
and regional planning at the University of Technology, yes.
Why that course of study? Let's start there.
Why that course of study? I mean, when I think about my country, I always wanted to make a difference here, and planning will bring that forward based on the fact that it allows me to see what's taking place, and the cartography aspect is what really jumped out at me because I was able to add visuals to it because I am a visual person. Right.
So tell me how the course of study work now, and what you mapping and how you read it, and I have so many questions. Was it a difficult course of study for you?
No, it wasn't actually. So at UTech, we started off in basic cartography. We learned how to put together maps and ensure that the details go into it. But the specialization of nautical cartography I took up when I went to the UK, and NLA provided the opportunity for me. National
Land Agency.
Right, that's National Land Agency.
Tell me about the details of the map, the typical map before we get to nautical.
So a typical map we would look for specific things like the north arrow, we'd look for the scale, we'd have specific features on it because what we're trying to do is replicate what is on land. And the same applies for what's in the sea with additional details for a mariner to use, like, for example, the light, something as simple as that. We don't realize that the lighthouse is very important when it comes onto a chart, right? And things like that goes into maps, buildings, all of those aspects.
And so initially when you started, before you got to nautical, this was with a view to like urban planning or not that specification, just a map for map's sake.
Right.
Okay. And you say the technology is important. When we think about you making a map, a lot of us think about paper, right?
Right.
But this is 2025.
No.
Are we still doing maps on paper?
No, we're not actually. We use our software such as ArcGIS Pro or Caris, and we use those high-end specification programs in order to generate our maps.
And your map, that map is for the layman?
It can be.
Okay.
A layman can understand a map.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We make it that way so that it is as I said, it's an art.
Yeah.
We bring it forward. We show it in the simplest way possible. When you look at it and you take it up, you can't supposed to find Kingston. You're supposed to can't even look and find your house. Right.
You can't tell you how much paper map me last out. But that's another story for another time.
But we use Google Maps, right?
We use Google Maps. So if I'm going out to sea, I'm also using Google Maps. Turn right at the buoy. I don't know. Turn left at the lighthouse. I don't. So how is the nautical map different?
A nautical map is different because it shows up the depths of the sea. So it will show you, it will show a mariner where it is that, based on their draft of their vessel, where they can navigate. Right?
For example?
So coming into Kingston Harbor, we know about Lime Key, Gun Key, and all of those things. when the mariner is on sea.
There's a gun key.
Yes, there is actually.
I know about Lime Key and Maiden Key. I didn't know about.
Right,
okay.
and Rackham Key. There's many keys out there actually.
Blackout. I know. Yes.
So in traversing through our waters, we have to it's not like on road where you will see a pothole and you can avoid it, right? On the sea, there's, as I said, there's land below the sea, so therefore there might be a rock.
How
there might
close
be a
is the land?
It depends.
They don't know, so I'm saying that's what the map will show.
Right, that is exactly what the map will show you.
Then you're at risk of running aground.
And we don't want that.
We don't want that.
Because under the IMO, which Jamaica is a member state, we operate on the SOLAS, which is Safety of Lives at Sea.
And what's the IMO?
The International Maritime Organization.
Okay.
And with that, we have to ensure that our waters are safe to navigate. And believe it or not, Jamaica in May of 2024 managed to pass that audit as a member state. So it's a fantastic thing.
A big deal.
Right. Our waters, when we think about it, it facilitates all of our industry shipping and bringing things into our harbors. And without that,
ships.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we have to have people trusting our waters.
Now we have to know how far those ships can come before they dock. Or
Exactly.
Disaster.
And where it is they can dock.
So how often do we update? How often do sea levels change? How often does the land change? Do we have those changes that require regular updates, or once you do it, it stands for a good while?
No. Once we do it, we have to keep going out there. We have to keep doing surveys. So at the National Land Agency, through the topographic and hydrographic branch, we ensure that we go out and do regular surveys so that the information...
How do you do a survey out there, Shari?
So they actually partner with the JDF, and they use the vessels, and they go out and we mobilize and we attach what is called a multi-beam echo sounder, and that will send pings onto the seafloor and give us back that reading that I will then take and put towards my maps. So yeah, I have some competent...
Are you a lover of the sea?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. Wow, that's fantastic. So how does it feel to be the first and the only?
Gosh, it's exciting.
I know.
Like thinking of it as a trailblazer. Oh my God, when I hear it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's me. And I get to motivate people. I have a vision for where it is that Jamaica will be as it relates to creating charts, because we're a coastal state. We have water surrounding us. And our EEZ would spread, it spreads far.
EEZ,
economic. Or economic zone that spreads all the way down to Pedro Banks. Yes.
How far out have you been? You've been everywhere then, because if you have to have been everywhere.
We've had quite a few projects. Outrageous Pier, Discovery Bay, we out by Port Antonio, the East and West Harbor. So yeah, we've been quite a few places.
You've never had a dull day at the office?
It can't be.
Can't be. Incredible work. Congratulations to you, lady.
Thank you.
What more is there to do in this field?
There's so much more to do, and I invite people to come and really understand what it is that hydrography is about, what it is that nautical cartography is about, because it's an important field and people aren't aware of it. Because even before, when I was just saying to people, I'm a cartographer, they would ask,
what is that?
We do that in Jamaica?
Really?
Yes, we do that in Jamaica. We make maps, right at the National Land Agency.
Okay, that's good to know. So Shari is the first and only, but you could be the second, third, fourth, fifth. More women in this field would be fantastic. More people in this field would be fantastic, because yes, she's right. Our waters facilitate so much of our economic development that we have to make sure that we get it right for trade, for tourism, and for so many other reasons, for fishing even, you know? So from the basic to the most complex. Congratulations, love. Fascinating talking to you.
Thank you very much.
All the best on the rest of your journey.
Thank you.
At sea and on land. Shari Bowen-Robinson, nautical cartographer with the National Land Agency. When we come back, we're going to hear about a groundbreaking mental health series that's airing right here on Television Jamaica. But our second edition of News in 5 is up next first. Soon come.